Everybody grab your passports. We are headed back to the UK. And definitely be prepared for me to speak with a terrible British accent all season long. So Netflix just released the first look for Love is Blind UK Season 2 singles. And I'm here to give my first impressions before I see the episodes. Hopefully none of these men have been floating around on the T app, because I feel like that's a valid concern now with these dating shows. Like, has his picture ever been... Only time will tell. So first up we have Billy. Billy is 35. Billy is divorced, but he said he is ready to be a husband again. He loved being a husband. We love to see that too. We already know. By now, what season are we? Well, this is season 2 of UK. But I think we're going into season 9 of the original Love is Blind. And by now you have a bunch of men and women coming on this show who just want fame, want money, whatever. They're not really here. They're not marriage minded. And we also know that sometimes people get put on this show who didn't sign up to be on this show. Sometimes they get, literally sourced out from the street, plucked onto the show. Like I think Ali did for season 1. I think he said they basically scouted him. Now I think that Billy is very attractive, and looking at his Instagram, yeah, I confirm that. He had this picture pinned, so he wanted us to see it. Next we have Charlie. He is 28. He looks nervous as hell in this picture. He's given that like, this is my kindergarten picture and they told me to pose like this, like hands right below. It's like a school picture. That's what he looks like. But you know what? We're gonna stick beside him. Charlie is an electrical engineer, so stable. However, he also cleaned up his Instagram, so we probably can't trust this man. Anybody who cleans up their Instagram before they go on a dating show, well, you know what? Listen, whatever. I am not gonna say that it's a bad thing. It's smart from a PR stance. I'm just saying, if you're gonna clean it, don't make it look clean. Leave a few up there. Some Love Island cast members could have learned from cleaning up their grams. Outside of that though, Charlie is going to make me bring out the first red flag of the season. I'm sorry to do it to you, Charlie. It says that he has had a recent breakup. Now, recent is subjective, but to me, recent is given 6 months or less. That's a recent breakup to me. Like a year, okay, you probably good, but 6 months or less, I don't know what you're doing on Love is Blind. Clearly, you were not ready to be serious. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna assume you weren't ready to be serious if you fresh out of a relationship. I don't even think you healed yet. He also is a self-proclaimed former party boy, which, why you feel the need to throw that out when you over here talking about marriage? I don't know, something about it ain't sitting right with me. And he also said he's looking for a cougar. Now, there is nothing inherently wrong with liking people who are older. I tend to have dated older men, but if you specifically are calling them a cougar and not just saying older women, you got a label for them. I don't know, something about it is given, it's a little red. He's probably gonna be a villain. I'm probably gonna be wrong about that. I've said a number of times, I don't really have a good read on people in life or on these shows, so really don't take anything I say with even a grain of salt. Take it with less than a grain of salt. Next up we have Chris. He's 33. He's a cutie. And after looking at his Instagram, you know what? He seems like a wholesome, decent guy. Not too much on Chris. Next up we have Demola. I hope I'm saying your name right. Sorry if I'm not. He's 30. Private Instagram account. Yes, I requested to follow him because what are you hiding? At the time of recording this video, he has not accepted the request yet. But he does say that he's an old school gentleman, which I can kind of see that when I look at him. He said that he's always been marriage minded. Okay, we like that. We like I said, we like a marriage minded man, MMM, to come on Love is Blind. And his parents have been together for a while, so he has, a vision of what stable marriage looks like. And he's a financial analyst. Again, he's stable. We like stable. Jack is 33. He's an app creator. It says he creates dating apps, which you're not really giving a good elevator pitch for your apps that you're creating if you're on a dating show, because clearly that's telling me that your dating apps don't work. So whatever dating app this man creates, please stay far away from it. But he is a cancer survivor, so shout out to him. I actually just witnessed someone very close to me go through cancer, and it's no joke, so shout out to him for overcoming. I do think that that's amazing. He also has a private Instagram account. I also requested to follow him, and he did accept me. I'm not going to show it because it is private, but his Instagram is pretty normal. There's nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see on his Instagram. Next up, we have James. He's 36, and I love to see an older, attractive man on Love is Blind. I'm tired of all these 22, I guess they don't be that young, but you know what I mean? We love to see an older gentleman on Love is Blind, and he's handsome. He has 2 kids. He's a girl dad. He wants more kids. That's a good sign because some of the women on here are probably going to want kids. And again, pinned photo. Next up, we have Javen, 28. Javen is a health coach. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm iffy on the whole health coach thing, because what does that mean? That can mean you selling Herbalife, and we all know that's a scam. So I'm gonna need a little bit more clarification on what exactly kind of health coach you are. But he used to play professional football, UK soccer. So maybe he's a real health coach. Maybe he's a good man, Savannah. But he does say that he attracts the wrong women, which again, that means you're attracted to the wrong women. Red flag. And then when I look at his Instagram, his entire page, from as much as I scroll, which wasn't that far granted, but his entire Instagram is just him giving motivational speeches. It's giving podcast, bro. We gonna see how it plays out. I hope I'm wrong. Next we have Jed. He's 31. Now Jed says in his bio that he has traditional values. We have seen this come up time and time again on specifically Love is Blind. Someone has traditional values, the other person doesn't. They say we can make it work, it's not a big deal. No, traditional values are core beliefs. They are never a compromise. It's always a settlement. Say it with me. So I hope that he finds a woman in the pods who also has traditional values, or this just ain't the show for him. Next we have Jordan, 29. He is a life engineer. I don't know what that means. It's given health coach. Now before y'all jump on me and say, girl, that says lift engineer, please understand that the official Tudum website, that's the Netflix website, says life engineer. I don't know which one is right, but all I'm saying is they said both. Maybe life engineer is a typo. That would make much more sense, but just know that I'm getting my information based off what I saw on the official Netflix website, and it said life engineer. He lives with his mom, and I have nothing wrong with that, so long as you were being strategic about it. If you're living with your parents as far as a means to an end to save money, I get it, it's expensive out here, but if you're living with your mom and you're a life engineer. Next we have Cal, 31. There's something about him, I don't know, I'm judging every book by its cover, obviously, because this is first impressions. There's something about him I don't trust. I don't know if it's the way that he's looking at me. I don't know if it's the gym bro thing. It could be because he thinks that his blue eyes are his best feature. Is given American Eagle. I don't know. We don't care, sir. Are you a good person? He's had 7 different relationships. None of those relationships have made it past the year mark. Biggest red, let me get closer. Biggest red flag, huge red flag. You are the common denominator. You're the problem. He's definitely, like I said, giving gym bro and fuckboy vibes. And here's the thing. We love stability. We love a man who can provide. But what we don't like is a show off. And this video of him showing off his car, it's in bad taste. I feel like I like the subtleties of life, like flash in the car. It's flashy. You don't have to be so flashy. Next we have Karan, 28. He's a cutie, my type. Loves video games. How about, we hop on Repo later? Or Peak. I'm playing Peak right now too. We don't care about his Forbes 30 under 30 because I heard that you have to request to be put on that list. It's not like they see you doing something amazing and put you on that list. However, he is a member of Mensa, and I hope I'm saying that right because clearly I'm not a member of it. That's impressive as hell. Mensa is like billionaires boys club for people who are highly intelligent, like high IQ people, like actual high IQ people. Now that doesn't make him a good guy, but it does make him intelligent, and statistically speaking, he's probably gonna be a decent guy. And he has a cute little Instagram. We love to see it. Next we have Patrick, 33. Again, he's a human design coach. What does that mean? And I actually think he gets that question a lot because on his Instagram, he has it pinned exactly what a human design coach is. What I got from it is like spirituality, using, meditation, chakras and stuff probably to like determine where you should go in life. Okay, I'm on board. But why you try to make it sound fancy by saying human design coach? Like human design, what is that? I don't like it. I don't like the way he phrased it. He also makes man on the street content, and in 2025, that's a choice. His career choice doesn't sound too stable to me, but who knows? Now we have Ross B, who is 32. What are the odds that on one season we end up with 2 Rosses? I feel like that's not a common name, at least not in America. Ross is a builder of what? That remains to be determined. But he is a hopeless romantic, and we love to see it. His Instagram's okay. It's a little gym bro-y, but we'll see. Maybe he's actually a bodybuilder. It just says builder. Maybe he's, I don't know. Then we have Ross M, 30, barbershop owner. Cute. Something about him though, I can't quite put my finger on it. I don't know if it's the haircut or the way that he's looking at me, but something ain't sitting right. Last but not least, we have Tom, 35. My type for sure. Until I went to his Instagram and saw that he had his literal whole ass out, and it's making me question my type now. But he seems fun. He used to be a Christmas tree slinger, which that job only exists one time a year, so I don't really know how that works out, but he doesn't do that anymore. So he grew up in a home with foster children, and he wants to foster as well, so that's nice. I'm not saying that all foster parents are good people, again, because we know how that goes, but the chances of him having a decent heart and being a wholesome guy, a little higher if he wants to foster kids. We're gonna hope. Now for my girlies. First up we have Anu. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. She's 29. She's a singer. I hope we get to hear some vocals on the show. They have that show Building the Band, I think it's called, so maybe we could get a crossover episode. I love the energy in her photo. I do think that she is conventionally attractive, meaning once she makes it out these pods, whether she ends up matched or not, she's gonna have a few guys doing a double take being like, oh, that's the face that goes with the voice. She's that kind of person. Next we have Amy, primary school teacher, 33. She says she's the life of the party, which makes sense. comments because her Instagram very much gives off it girl main character energy. We have Ashley, spelled the fancy way, 30. Not too much on her. She looks like an average girl, which if you caught my video, know that there's nothing wrong with being average. I'm just saying, nothing too exciting to call out. Who knows? She might end up being a character. Then we have Barda, 32, works in luxury car sales. I love to see a woman working in luxury industries. She was previously engaged. He cheated, so she broke it off. So we're rooting for her. We want the best for her, so long as she's a good person. But she also has a super clean Instagram that looks like she cleaned it in anticipation for the cast being announced. Now, I will give her a little leeway here because she is in the luxury business. Like when you see real estate agents, y'all know I'm a fan of the Selling series, Selling Sunset, Selling OC, which I will be covering this year whenever they come out. So there is a chance that her Instagram might be clean just because of the industries that she in, but we will see. Body is tea though. We have Christine, 35, and she is not doing the slightly older girlies any justice by dressing like she's 55. Now, I usually stay away from commenting on people's fits because I am no fashionista, but Christine, this jumper was a choice. It was a choice. But you know what? She works in HR, so she really does have that HR look to her. Y'all know what HR looks like. HR looks just like she's dressed. I don't know. That's how they look. Next, we have Danielle, 33. She's an estate agent. I don't know if that's the same thing as a real estate agent, but it sounds like it is. Or maybe like a state, like after they die. It might be that. Now, she says she's been cheated on several times, which could pose issues for her because she might go into this being like all men are cheaters. So I hope she's healed and I hope she's ready to find love with somebody new. Then we have Holly, 30. And Holly just looked like she bakes fresh cherry pie weekly, and I might not be too far off from that because apparently she's a professional chef, so she be whipping up all the pies. Just call her Marie Callender. She's a pretty girl and her Instagram made me incredibly hungry. We have Katija, 31. I think she might be the drama. I'm not even gonna this is first impressions, right? Just judging books by covers. I think she might be the drama. We're gonna see how it plays out. Lori, 37, again repping for the slightly older girlies. She looks like MIA, and I think she's also from an island like MIA, so okay, makes sense. Now, her friends say that she tends to date younger guys, and that's her problem. Girlie, you're 37. You need to be, realistically, I would be going 40 and up, so her man might not be here either. Maybe we're just that one 36-year-old, maybe. I think that Lori is another conventionally attractive woman. She's an interior stylist, which I'm gonna assume is kind of like an interior designer, and I love that as a career. I can't do it for any. This is about the extent of my interior design right here. Vinyls on the wall. Next up, we have Lowell, which I think is how it's spelled, because when I looked at it, I was like LOL with an extra L, so Lowell. Her dress reminds me of one of those generic happy birthday hats that you get at, like, you know, formerly known as Party City or maybe Dollar Tree or something. She's in sales though, so that means she's a smooth talker. So she's gonna need a man who can match that energy. We have Megan, 28. Again, girl, you could have worn anything. She wants to adopt though, so I actually think she might be a great fit for, I forgot his name already, but the guy who wanted to foster. That seems like that's already, you're clicking based off of that. Because not everybody's open to that, so I think they might hit it off based on that. We have Sarover, 29, medical company owner, big bad. So she needs somebody who gonna match that energy. Stay far away from the human design experts and whatever else we had in the cast. Sophie, 28. I think she's a gorgeous girl. Law school grad, so intelligent. She wants someone who is gonna break down her walls though, which the red flag is creeping up because that's not anybody's responsibility to break down your walls. You come healed and you come ready to communicate. So we're gonna see how that fares. It could be problematic. Then we have Tara, 33. She's a cafe owner, which I think is so cute. I love going to little cafes and like working. I think it's just the cutest thing. Not too much on her other than that though. And last but not least, we have Yolanda, brown skin baddie, 26. She's the youngest in the cast, but her friends do describe her as a ride or die. And my good sis, that's a red flag. You shouldn't be out here riding or dying for nobody. I don't care. Because that will lead you to accept things that you shouldn't accept, and these men will walk all over you. So do not be a ride or die. Gorgeous, gorgeous girl, though. So Love is Blind UK Season 2 premieres on August 13th. I'm actually covering Perfect Match, which ends, I think, 2 days after that. So basically what I'm saying is meet me here on August 13th so we can talk about Love is Blind UK. They usually drop, like, what, the first 3 or 4? It's probably going to be all pod. Didn't we have 4 hours of pod episodes last American season? That was insane. So hopefully they cut that down. I don't know. We're going to see what happens. But meet me here August 13th. I'll be here to talk about it, and then I'll be here the remainder of the season. If you're interested in Perfect Match, meet me here this Friday, August 1st. I will also be covering that entire season. And until then, I'll see y'all later. Let me know y'all thoughts on the cast. I have their Instagrams linked below so that you can go check out their grams as well, which I suggest you do because sometimes these pictures, I don't know who they be hiring to take these pictures, but they don't do them justice. You look at some of these people's cast photos and it's like, oh, okay. And then you go to their Instagram and it's like, oh, they look so much better with their own lighting. I don't know what's going on, but low-key Netflix be doing them dirty. But I'll see y'all here on August 13th. Let me know your thoughts below on the cast, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Wake up in Pasadena, nobody asked where we from. Cold-blooded conversation, ADD told me to run. Why he got too many coats, Cali got too many sons. Home with the famous and broke, broken and lonely a bunch.